I'd rather assume they do and not. Yeah. Drive.
In 2018, Lauren and Brian Swenson, an ambitious couple from Utah, were in Nairobi, Kenya, preparing to open a CrossFit gym. That day, they were filming promotional material with two local trainers when traffic brought them to a halt. A typical Nairobi jam. But instead of waiting, they veered off, took a dirt road detour that seemed harmless. They passed two armed officers on foot. The men gestured for a ride, but the Swensons, wary and without explanation, declined. A mile later, they saw a white van stopped in the middle of the road. The driver flashed his headlights, some kind of warning, but it came too late.
I'd rather assume they do and not. Yeah. Drive forward. Yep, drive forward. Hey!
Still there?
Yeah.
Three men with machetes emerged from behind the van. What followed was chaos. One of the invaders nearly sliced through an open window with his machete. While the driver tried to close it, they barely escaped, and seconds later, gunshots rang out behind them. Officers were somehow nearby, and they arrived on the scene in the jiffy. Since the Swensons didn't stick around, they weren't sure if they caught the bandits. But honestly, I don't think it was a random attack.
They're running away. Dang! Gunshot. No, they're running off the them. Let's get out of here.
It was just after midnight in rural Texas. A police cruiser trailed a car that had been swerving. Nothing unusual at first, but then the lead vehicle braked hard, tires screaming, headlights tilting downward, and there she was, a woman, lying in the center of the road, motionless, alone. She was just lying there unconscious, drunk, and barely breathing. But that's not what unsettles me. It's what the dash cam doesn't show. It's the near misses, the other cars, the ones that passed her in the dark, not even noticing. Sergeant Scott reached her in time, woke her gently, got her back on her feet. We also found out that she was drunk driving at first and ended up crashing into a ditch, crawled back onto the road, and passed out. He might have saved her life or delayed something worse. On April 14th, 2019, Manchester Township in New Jersey, a utility worker from Jersey Central Power and Light arrived to fix a line that had previously draped itself over a traffic signal at Route 70 and Colonial Drive, caused by a heavy storm that had recently occurred. Sergeant Hemhauser had parked his cruiser nearby and left his dashcam rolling as per usual, but what he caught on his dashcam caught everyone by surprise. The worker tugged at the wire, confident that it had been de-energized, but seconds later, the wire touched the wet pavement and erupted in flame. A violent hiss, accompanied with a blinding spark, the kind of fire that burns straight through asphalt. The man leapt back, stunned, then ran straight to safety. The question that still haunts me is, why was that line live? The power company ran an investigation, but they never released their findings. It was just days before the new year, 2012, and snow was falling over Moscow's Vnukovo airport. A plane, a Red Wings Tu-204, was on approach in bad weather. It overshot the runway. What happened next wasn't just a malfunction. It was a collision between two worlds, air and asphalt. The plane couldn't brake in time. With no room to stop, it tore past the tarmac, breached the airport perimeter, and crashed through the highway embankment. The dashcam footage, taken from a car driving just feet away, captured it all. Debris rocketing across the road, the tail of the aircraft split and smoking. 5 of the 8 crew members on impact. No passengers, no explosion, and then falling seats. The driver survived, miraculously untouched. August 2020. A swarm of dry lightning storms ignited Northern California. Hundreds of strikes hitting brittle land. Within hours, 5 major fires merged across counties, forming what we would come to know as the LNU Lightning Complex. A firestorm so vast, it became the 6th largest in state's history. But there was one man named Tyler Day who was driving through Highway 128 when the fire came alive around him. His dashcam recorded it all. Trees exploding in flame, ash pouring from the sky, roads vanishing into glowing ruin. It looked like the end of the world, and for 6 people, it was. The blaze swallowed over 300,000 acres. Whole communities disappeared. The fire wasn't contained for nearly 2 months. Tyler got out alive despite how risky and daring it was, but the fire did claim the lives of 6 other less fortunate people, plus 5 more got injured. It was just past 10 p.m. when a dashcam in Santiago, Chile, recorded something that, at first, looked like cautious driving. A white car braking more than it should, drifting near the tunnel entrance on a quiet stretch of road. The driver behind it was very calm and paying close attention. Then the white car stopped, not stalled, not confused, just waiting. Seconds later, the trap was sprung. 4 men burst out of the white car, sprinting toward the vehicle with the dashcam. Their intent was clear, and it wasn't negotiation. The driver with the dashcam was faster. He slammed the gas, clipped one of the doors clean off, and vanished into the night. No panic, no hesitation, just instinct. He reacted so fast, you would think he had done this a few times before. The video was posted online, but no names were ever released. No arrests made. Just a warning buried in the comments that says, after 10 p.m., we don't stop behind anyone. Not here. Not ever.